Hello, YouTube land.
Hi, Rosie. Hi, Laura. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi, everybody. They're wondering they're commenting on how to pronounce my last name. You're good? It's Anyat?
Oh, it's Anyat? Good.
Okay. We were always wondering.
Yeah. So
we're pretty good at butchering names sometimes.
Hi,
or
everyone.
Not remembering them.
We're wearing blue today. We decided to be blue.
Well, this was again one of those weird things. He was wearing a brown shirt earlier. Yeah. I was wearing a red shirt. He goes into the bedroom, gets changed. Apparently, did you make a comment?
I think your camera's a little. You can see there's a.
There might be a film on it. I'll go clean it. Let's go see if I can go wipe it.
Yes, I just noticed that. There's the cleaner right there. The glass cleaner. So we're just going to clean the camera on this phone because it's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So we're going to clean. So I'll keep talking in the meantime. So this week's topic
is what we were talking about.
Yeah, so our blue shirts. I went in to change first. I actually got this shirt on, came out, sat down, sat right beside him. He didn't really notice. He walked away, came back. I was like, oh, you're wearing blue as well? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I guess we're going to be twins tonight. So we're wearing matching other side, Jean-Luc. The camera's this side.
Oh, yeah, this side. It's hard though, 1 second.
That's much better. Yeah, that's much better.
Although
yeah. There we go. There, you guys can see me clearly now. Good. Next time we'll clean his phone.
I don't know. You know what? I might have been because I had.
He was cooking earlier.
No, the hand. I had put lotion on my hands.
There, everyone's saying much better. So yes, you guys can see us now. That was the view through Jean-Luc's glasses. He wanted you guys to see what he sees all the time. Right, honey? I love how you laughed at that.
Bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a bitch. Okay. But I love him to pieces.
So, okay, so let's go with today's topic is hydration. We'll get to that in a bit, because like always, we'll start first off by talking about some of our weekly updates. We had a crazy week. Even though we're home a lot, we are very busy, and you guys are keeping us very busy, but you're also keeping us active and keeping us on track. The tracking challenge, everything. We'll talk about it all tonight because there's so much stuff that happened. First thing I wanted to call out is last week, we actually did a contest last week for True Local. We had 2 gift cards that we did on our Facebook page, and 2 winners actually won. Yes. It was Shannon Beaton and Lori Court were the winners.
So hopefully they got to use that $25 gift card.
Yeah, I know that's Shannon is watching right now, so she can let us know. And Lori, if you're watching on Facebook at all, or if you're watching on YouTube, let us know if you guys are able to use it. And
let's start this workshop, this meeting, right? Corn.
So tonight, the drinking game continues. So every time we say the word corn, you have to take a drink of water. And every time we say the word water, or anything having to do with
hydration, water,
you gotta take a
thirst.
Sip. So make sure you fill up all your glasses of water.
Drink.
Yeah, drink any of that stuff. You have to take a sip, and we'll try to do it. We'll try to follow. It might be a little harder for us because we have to talk, but we encourage you guys to always get your water when we actually say those words. So corn. Okay. So we want to talk about our weigh-ins?
Certainly. Well, you want me to start?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, we'll talk about both of ours. It's the same thing.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. We're both weigh exactly the same this week. We both went down 1.1 pounds, and we both weigh 182.3 pounds.
Yeah, we were both the same weight last week and this week, which has never happened.
Never.
That many times in a row, which is weird.
This is very weird.
Yeah. And so I've lost 106.7 pounds.
Yes, we are twinning.
Yeah,
twins.
Yeah, and then how much are you at?
And I'm down 93.8 pounds right now.
Yeah, so we're still going back down, guys. We went back up.
Along, exactly.
We went back up, and now we're going back down the roller coaster.
And it happens. It happens, and it's become part of. You know what? I'm okay with it.
Yeah. That's the way this journey works. You can't always be perfect. You will falter, but you know what? As long as you come back and you catch yourself early enough, you can course correct.
And it's so funny because I used to always be afraid of this, and I was always afraid that I couldn't,
do it
again. And I know I can do it again. I know I can be. You know what I mean? I know I can fall off, but get back on.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think that the difference between this getting back on this time, we didn't wait as long.
Exactly.
We took a few months where, actually it was almost half a year where we weren't as diligent as we are now. We were a little we always like either we tracked well and we didn't go to the gym, or we started going to the gym and then we started eating a bit more and didn't really track too much. So we're never really consistent with both aspects. But we realized this week, like the last few weeks we've been in sync on both, very diligent as much as we could on both, and it's worked for us.
Yeah, it's made a huge difference. Huge difference, and we've come to a revelation. We'll talk about that, but we did come to a pretty big revelation of knowing what works for us.
Well, we can talk about that now.
Yeah, we can if you want.
So we actually decided to create another top 10. So you guys know how Casey and Joe's video came out last Wednesday, last week, about their top 10 tips for newbies on WW, which by the way, it was an amazing
video. We loved it. And so we've actually decided to do what seasoned WW members need to share and make sure other people know.
Things that took us years to realize.
Figure out.
Yeah, so we've been here for 9 years doing this program, so what took us that long to realize some of these items, these things that we realized at the end of this, at the current part of our
And we
journey.
have a fun little twist that's going to happen to that video, but we're not going to talk to you about the little twist.
Yeah, so that's coming in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's coming in a few weeks.
So, this week recap. So we worked out every morning. High five, honey. We did it every day.
Every day.
Every day. We did not miss one day.
Except for today.
Except for today, yes.
But
yes.
we gave ourselves today the grace because we knew we were doing workshops all day yesterday, the dance party last night, doing workshops all day today. We know when we need to give our bodies a break, and we don't want to overdo ourselves, right?
Yeah, it's fine because I'm tired tonight, but I'm not exhausted.
No.
Tonight.
Oh no, but we know
But we'll go to bed early. Yeah, we're going to bed early.
Yeah.
Because we're getting up early to work out again tomorrow, because that's the plan tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
We
It's
are
back
planning.
to, well, we've actually challenged Nick's mom to we said 10 day, but unfortunately it's not going to be 10 days.
No, we said 10, but as many as you
as
can.
many as you can. We're going to try to achieve as many ring days as we possibly can with Nick's mom.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen one day, we're okay with it, but as long as we try, that's the number one.
We also tracked every day this week,
Yeah,
so the
and
tracking challenge.
We did really good about diligently tracking everything we ate until Friday and Saturday.
No, Saturday's when it started for me. I
No.
did it all the way to Friday. All the way to Friday, I was detailed.
My Friday's night snacks might not have been as detailed as they should have been.
Yeah, so next.
All my points were there, though.
So I guess we'll tell you guys now. Next week we're continuing a tracking challenge. We loved it. You guys loved it. It seems that everybody embraced it. So next week we will continue the tracking challenge. We encourage you guys to please come on board with us. Share your trackers on Connect, Instagram, Facebook, and our Facebook group, on our page, anywhere you want. It's worked for a lot of people. Some people lost some big amounts of weight this week because they tracked again.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. A lot of people were talking about that.
Yeah. And something else we might add on this week for some of you, some people have asked this, we also want you guys to start sharing your activity tracker. So we will start sharing those as well, starting this week as well, on Tuesday.
And again, when we're doing these activity trackers, I don't want anyone to take it as a comparison of, wow, well, they're working out more than I am. Don't do that. Compare it to your own tracker.
Yeah.
Do those comparisons to your own tracker, because you don't want it to become a competition with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it could be healthy competition, but the type of person I am, and I from speaking to a lot of people and knowing what type of people are overeaters, we tend to sometimes want that competition, or sometimes that competition stops us from doing well, stops us from succeeding.
So next week we'll continue our exercise. We'll continue the tracking challenge because you guys are enjoying it. So we'll continue to track, not detailed. It'll be bulk tracking again, but we will be tracking and sharing our trackers with you all. Something else that's this weekend, we went so many workshops this week, the last 7 days. We went to Barrie, Brassard, St. John's East, Corner Brook, London South, Charlotte, North Carolina, Brandon, Calgary North, Abbotsford, Kelowna, Pierrefonds, Cambridge, Nepean South, Orleans, Oakville, Edmonton Northeast, Victoria, and Surrey. That's what we did all week, guys. We met so many of you. And if any of you are in a chat or in YouTube on any other, please comment if you guys saw us this weekend, because we want to say hi if we did actually see you at one workshop. Tell us where you were. Just say hello.
What threw us off today is we keep forgetting that Kim Bordage speaks French, and she was Lynn. Why did I say Kim? Lynn. I saw the Y. Lynn Bordage speaks French, and she was in the meeting this morning in, was it Pierrefonds?
Yeah, Pierrefonds.
Pierrefonds this morning, and we heard her speak French, and it just threw me off.
Alors, on va dire un message en français. Bonjour tout le monde. Merci de nous avoir acceptés à
nous avoir accueillis
à Pierrefonds ce matin. Et on va vous voir. Je pense qu'on a d'autres rencontres cette semaine en français. Non, pas ça.
Pas cette semaine?
La fin de semaine prochaine. La fin de semaine prochaine.
Oui, la fin de semaine prochaine.
Ouais, on va annoncer ça plus tard.
Wow.
Alors, So yes, that was French.
Hi,
there.
Carol. Nice to see you.
I actually can do pretty well.
Glad you were in at the Oakville workshop, and we were so glad we were there with you guys.
It was so much fun seeing you guys. Have no idea how much it fires us up. Everybody asked us like, how you guys do so many? We've done 15 this weekend, right?
We've done 15. So, Anne, how you get into your virtual workshop? If you are a member, a WW member, and you use the Connect app, the WW app, go into your Connect. In Connect, at the top, you'll be able to search groups, and you can search whatever group you're part of.
Kim, if any of you can find the video that we did, if anybody's watching right now on YouTube and can find a video that we did to how to just connect, that would get to the groups, you guys can post a link for Anne, and if anybody can get that, that'd be great.
Great.
So...
Corn.
Yes, corn. Delicious.
Yes, it was great seeing you this morning. Was that yesterday, Sandra? I'm mixing up my days.
I think it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday too.
Yeah.
Yes, because you said you were going to you're going for a nap before the dance party.
Yeah. And then yesterday we had our dance party and our workshop with Lorraine, which if any of you have not seen it, it was an amazing workshop with Lorraine. I know some of you that are here right now did watch it. We got a lot of good feedback from that. We'll be telling you guys who our guests are next week soon. We're so excited for this one, but stay tuned for the announcement about the guests for next week. And then we had a dance party, which again, we had so much fun. We're very sorry we ended it so early last night. We were exhausted. We knew we had to go back to sleep, and we're trying to do a lot of different things, not things for a long time, if that makes any sense, so that we can still have fun, but still, rest to make sure that we're still, because we still have to work tomorrow morning.
And you know what? Oh, so glad. Thank you, Renee. It makes us feel good to know that even in French that we can share our message and it's well understood and people, you know what? You have to understand, we're completely bilingual, but we speak English way more often than we do French.
Yeah, so sometimes it's intimidating sometimes.
Well, because we speak it with our family, but we're used to going back and forth into both languages. So when we're in an environment where we know we should be speaking French because everybody doesn't speak. How do I explain it? Quebec French and Ontario French is the same, but it's different.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same, but it's different.
The difference is because when you're Ontario, you know that they speak English. So if you don't know a French word, you can throw the English word in.
And then people understand you.
My mom and I, and our families, we talk like that. We'll be English to French, French to English. We'll just go intertwine them all. But when you go to Quebec, you can't use that same cue sometimes. You can't use the English word because sometimes you're speaking to someone who doesn't understand the English word, so you have to be careful.
And they have different words, like what we'll do in Ontario, we tend to translate an English word into a French way, or say something in an English, sense, but it makes no sense in French, like people from Quebec are like, how does that make any sense?
Exactly.
That's not something
so we always walk in a little nervous, but you know what, Quebec.
They love us and we love them, and they're so fantastic with us.
So amazing.
They even at one point in one of the workshops said, no matter what you guys say, the words,
the way we portray ourselves feels like your words come through anyway.
Yeah, even if we miss certain words, they know what words we're trying to say, which is beautiful. It was just awesome.
Yeah. Sue said she went to the front workshop not knowing French. Yeah. We saw you. I remember seeing you there too, Sue. So now the first thing. So we want to do this next, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we're actually going to be calling someone quickly. So Christina, we're calling you right now. So for those of you in our Facebook group, one of our members came up. She's from the West Coast, and she came up with a cool idea of teaming up lifetime members with new members from WW, just to get some mentor-mentee relationship. So we're calling her right now. And so Jean-Luc is calling her right now, and we'll talk to her quickly, how she came up with the idea. I know she's expecting us. We called her earlier today.
We spoke to her earlier today.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing her at a workshop as well.
Yeah. There she is.
Hi, Christina! Let me turn you around here. Let me turn you right there.
There you go. And then I'll bring this down. There we go. Say hi. Hi, Christina. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well. So tell us, how did you come up with this idea?
What is this idea?
How did you come up with it?
I am fairly new myself. I started January 2nd. And as we all know, going through all this staying at home, not allowed to go anywhere, it's been really tough and can be very struggling for a lot of people, including myself. And I thought, you know what, to have somebody that you can talk to one-on-one that can give you ideas or just be there for you to have that support. Because you can go online and you can say, you know what, I'm having a rough day, and hearing, oh, tomorrow is another day. Yeah, it's another day, but it's not the same as if you have somebody with you that you can call or you can message or anything and just say, hey, I really need somebody to talk to right now. Or what do you do in this case? And just somebody that you can connect with one-on-one.
And what I love of your idea, Christina, I love the fact that you thought of doing it in a sense of having a newbie and someone who's more seasoned a little bit. I think that's great. I think that concept is really going to be helpful for people.
So the way that you can actually join Christina's endeavor is join our Facebook group. So a Facebook group just look on for WWE Gays, Friends, Family, and Fans on Facebook, join it, and then we'll start a thread again, a new thread, or bump the one, or I'll pin the one that Christina created, so you can start pairing up other people. If you're looking for help, join our group, and Christina will be able to help you guys find either if you want to help or if you need help, you can come and join and try to.
And needing help can go both ways, because
Yeah.
lifetimers need just as much help as new people.
Exactly.
It gives them something to feel like they're accomplishing something themselves, the lifetimers or the long-timers, because a lot of them are not working for WW. So this can help them do something and be proud of doing something and feel like they are accomplishing something. They are helpful. They are useful in a lot of ways. That there are people out there that can sure use them for support.
And I remember you messaging me about this, and I was like, I love the idea, and I was like, I don't know how we can help you, so I'm hoping this helps bring more people to do the whole thing, and then hopefully maybe people start sharing on Connect, saying they're looking for partners, and maybe that'll
This
create
is
a whole
something
thing
that'll
across
grow.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christina.
Thanks, Christina.
Love you guys.
Love you too. I remember seeing you at a workshop this week
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We saw you earlier. I think it was today,
Was
right?
it today or was it yesterday?
For me?
Yeah. Were you at a workshop this?
No, I'm up in Prince George.
Oh, because
Okay, so it wasn't this one.
was it-
Okay,
was
there
it
was
like-
someone that looked like
no,
you.
no, we went to
We
Prince
went to a
George
Prince
once.
George one though, so.
Yeah.
And I missed that.
Oh,
I got
okay.
to work.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, we'll catch you later. Hopefully we'll be on one of your workshops. Yeah,
We will,
we
definitely.
Bye, Christina.
Okay. Bye.
So again, if you guys want to team up, either if you're a new member or a seasoned member, if you want to find somebody to just work with right
Or
now.
if you're someone who is seasoned that wants to work with someone, I know Lisa said, I'd love to talk to someone about this. And it's great to find this new way of meeting new people in different stages of their own journey.
Exactly. So if you guys want that, join our Facebook group. Again, look for WGA's Friends, Fans, and Family, and you'll be able to join.
And I love that Christina's willing to do that and help people out with that. So that's fantastic.
Water.
I'm thirsty.
So you're out of water already?
I am. Oh no. What will I do?
Well, maybe we'll have to get some of our water tips
I
out.
need to stay
Hydrated.
hydrated.
I have to sneeze now.
Look at the sun.
And I don't want to look at the sun. There's no sun. You can keep talking, cunt.
So basically tonight, hydration. Heidi hydration. Oh my goodness, Heidi hydration. Oh, Heidi hydrates.
Yes.
Did you guys? Okay, totally off topic, but those of you who know RuPaul's Drag Race, there is a celebrity drag race going on right now. We just watched the first episode yesterday. It was on after Friday night's new episode of season 12. Anyways, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It was very interesting.
Now back to topic.
Back to
honey.
hydration.
So the reason we came up with the topic of hydration, this was actually the original topic that was supposed to be workshops before everything happened. So we actually really believe in this topic. Water is essential to this journey. We never were big water drinkers, but before we started WW, a lot of the things we drink would be juices, Coke Zero. We drank a lot of Coke Zero.
lot of Coke
and
Zero.
alcohol. Coolers and wine for you.
Wine,
and
coolers, beer, you
yeah.
name it, we drank it.
Yeah.
Anything creamy, we loved it.
Yeah, and so when we started this journey and we had to start drinking water, we don't like water. First of all, our water has to be cold, freezing cold. We both don't like water without ice cubes in
No.
it. So that was always a thing that we always had a lot of ice for us. So one tip for you guys is make sure you figure out how you like your water.
Yes.
If you like it room temperature, have it always on your counter. If you like it cold with ice, make sure you have ice made. Make sure you're always prepared with how you like your water.
Exactly. It's so important because that'll make you drink it.
Yeah.
It'll make you drink it more if you know how you like your water.
Exactly. So if you like teas, if you like warm water, warmed up, have your kettle always ready filled and have it ready to go.
Fresh from the tap. Rosie likes tap water. Exactly. If you like tap water, drink tap water.
Yeah.
You do what you need to do in order to make your water yours.
But there are ways to make water more enjoyable as well. So a lot of people will look at some of the stuff that we have, and so we're going to get kind of the caveat right now. So a lot of people look at flavorings or artificial sweeteners, anything like that with a specific, they look down on them. And what we tell people is like, either I would drink my water or I don't drink my water. And in order for me to drink it, I need these tools. So in order to at least benefit from something, I'd rather have the artificial sweetener in my drink to help me have more water in my system than not use it at all.
Yeah, exactly. And Skater Mom, that's Christina that we were just talking to. I just thought I'd let you know that. The thing is too is with the whole sweetener things, we might put sweetener in one, but the next time we add water to it, sometimes we don't add more sweetener, so it's diluted. So we are still at least getting more water intake that way.
So we'll show you some of the things we use. So the main ones that we use are Mio and the Crystal Light.
We actually gave those up for the longest time, and we just started using them again.
I had an obsession as a child with the Nestea lime iced tea crystals. I used to drink tubs of it, like profusely. And so this reminds me of that, and I love it. And then there's other flavors, and they're really good in water. So we have that. You want to talk about these ones?
We also do the Mios, which are not the sport ones though. The sport ones have more electrolytes in them, I guess. But we just do the Mios, the water enhancers. We love those. We love the those are the ones we like the most, and the Crystal Light. We've tried the other ones. Actually, there is one that we really, really enjoy, but we can't have right now, and it is the Tang. We love the Tang ones. Yeah. Those ones are our favorite. And what's the other one? What was the other one that we like?
Nesfruta, there was?
No, is it Tang? Yes, it's Tang. It's the orange and pineapple.
Yeah, we love
which
those
is our
ones.
flavor.
Yeah.
Our flavor.
So that's one. We use that all week. So during the week when we want to get our water in, we drink that all week because it's the only way for us to actually want to drink our water. The problem that happens is if we don't actually
penguin quacks.
If we actually don't use it with that, we don't drink our water. We've seen this before. So one thing too though, we drink a lot more water when we work out. When we exercise, we don't have to drink
We haven't been able to find it, Laura. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We love the Tang, the little Tang ones, but it's been out at our grocery store. We haven't been able to get it.
Yeah.
Another thing we do too is the Penguin. Yes, this is the Penguin, but it's actually a Soda Stream. This is like one of the original ones. We got this as a wedding gift.
Yeah, so
actually.
like 8 years ago.
8 years ago is when we got this,
and
they don't sell this one anymore. They have glass jars, and I love it because it looks like a little penguin.
So the way it works is you use your regular tap water and you carbonate it in this machine. So what you can do is after you carbonate it, you can add either their syrup, so there's actual syrups they sell, so it's actually diet ones, so these are the ones we usually buy, so root beer, so if you want some root beer, or cola, diet lemon lime, so there's flavors, but you can also just put, you drink it as is, or put lemon, put fruit in it, like, or cucumber water, mint, so you can make this into whatever drink you want. And if you think about it, if you want to have a drink with alcohol, make this, which is 0 point, and then add your alcohol to that, so vodka's on this very low point.
Yeah, and then that way you can have flavors. And there's different flavors you can buy of these. I don't know all of them anymore, but there's a bunch of them. There's one that actually, they say 0 on them, so you can make sure that you don't have the added sugar. And all it is there's a canister that you put your jar into. Then you lower the contraption and close it and lock it. And back in this part of the machine or Penguin, there's an actual CO2 tank. And they're refillable. You get to refill them. You get to exchange them at like Canadian Tire or Walmart. They exchange them for you. And all you do is you take the Penguin's little beak here.
And you carbonate the water.
And you carbonate your own water.
And it's like I said, for us, we were big Coke Zero drinkers. So if during the week we have a craving for pop, we drink this during the week instead. And then on weekends, we allow ourselves one 12 pack of Coke Zero per weekend. So we're still allowed to have it, just not during the week, and it's only per weekend. And even for 3 months this year, January to end of March, we actually had no Coke Zero at all. So we were just using this or water or Mio.
So once you actually carbonate it, there's a release button right here, which you have to press. And voila,
Yeah.
it's released. For those of you who are wine drinkers, how about adding some carbonation to your wine and diluting your wine, so that way, I know that sounds blasphemy to some, but for some of us, it's not that bad. I'd rather have the flavors there, but less points in that sense, right? And make the wine last longer.
Yeah.
So once it comes out, you actually have
there you go.
carbonated water. So it's like pop, almost.
Yeah, it's like pop. So that's basically it for that. So why is water important? So water, your body is made mostly of water.
Yep.
And so you need to continually hydrate it because it cleans out your system. It's an essential item for your...
Water actually helps your muscles.
Yeah.
It lubes the inside of your body when you really think about it. It helps you with
digestion.
headaches. It helps you with, it can impact your mood, your concentration. If you're not hydrated, you lose complete concentration.
Yeah. So it's a very important item. So if you find, that's why we started this, we kind of said a caveat that we use these products because we understand the importance of water, but we don't like water that much. So by adding these tools, it helped us increase our water intake. Nowadays, we can drink regular water with just ice. We sometimes during the day don't put any flavorings in it.
I usually don't, because we don't when we're working.
Yeah.
Here at home, we put flavors in when we're apt to put flavors.
Yeah.
But when we're at work, we don't bring any of these enhancers to work with
all.
us, and we drink just plain water.
Yeah.
Nick actually brought himself an ice cube tray to work. So if you do work in an office, like, you know what I mean, make sure you have that ready for you. Those ice cube trays ready for you if you need cold water, if there's not a cooler.
And it's something else. So now a lot of people also say, like, how do I increase my water intake? How do I make sure that I get all the water I need in a day?
Follow Lindy. Lindy's always great at making people track water.
Yeah, so one thing we've heard is that the W app is adding water tracking shortly on the app. So it's in the States already.
It's in the US as far as
but
I know
it should be
right
coming
now.
to Canada soon. And the other thing is there's also other apps out there. So we've heard you can buy water bottles that actually remind you to drink.
It lights up.
Yeah.
Or it vibrates, or it connects to your phone that tells you take a drink.
And if you don't have those kinds of bottles, you can actually set a reminder on your watch. Say every hour, remind me to drink water. So if it buzzes, you're like, okay, it means drink water. So you have that reminder.
Set a rule like we do. Set rules. If you have a rule saying, okay, I need to drink so much water at breakfast. I need to drink so much water at lunch. I need to drink so much water at dinner.
Well, we saw someone who did that on one of the workshops, didn't we?
And apparently your Fitbit tracks it for you.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
For someone in a workshop had said that they couldn't eat something until they actually drank all their water.
All their water.
Like that was one of the rules. They couldn't eat something until they had finished all their water. So you can create rules for yourself to try to enhance and make sure you have the most water possible. One of the things that we got rid of when we started this program is any liquid that isn't water. We'll be honest, we no longer drink milk. We no longer drink juice of any kind. Regular pop is gone from us. The only thing we drink is alcohol.
Yeah, or we
Or
do
Coke Zero.
from time to time have like an ST Zero or any of the
zero
zero type
products.
we will. Or
But I mean regular sugary pop.
or cranberry juice, but the diet one now because that's 0 points as
Yeah.
well. So we'll drink those, but we don't drink those often.
We've had bottles of them in our spare room for 6 weeks and we still have not drank them.
Something I wanted to mention for you tea lovers, why aren't you taking your favorite fruity teas, making them, putting in the fridge and drinking them cold?
Like an iced tea.
Like an iced tea, like a sweet tea. You don't need to add the sugar to it if you don't want to, or you can add a little bit of artificial sweetener or monk fruit or whatever other sweetener to make it honey even, if you want to have a natural sweetener.
So I love some of the stuff in the chat here. So Jana said she puts 8 elastics from her bottle, and as I drink one, I take an elastic off. So it's a reminder to say how many bottles she has to drink. I love that.
That's
you
a
know
great
why?
idea.
I like this because some of these are small little hacks you can use instead of buying a whole new bottle. And Gwen said, water makes you look younger. It's great for your skin. Yes, you need hydration for your skin. It's important for almost every area of your body.
Your body needs water.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and especially if you're working out a lot and you're not drinking that water. Nick has an issue. Like he doesn't drink enough water when he works out.
No, at all.
And he sweats so much.
Yeah. But I'm not thirsty when I work out. But after I do work out for the next 2 hours after, I drink like crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I catch up eventually. Just during a workout, I'm not ever thirsty.
David's tea, exactly. David's tea. It was so funny. We were at a workshop today, and there was her name was Annie, I think it was.
Yeah.
And she was hilarious because she showed the people at her workshop her tea cubby. It was actual a whole cupboard full of little boxes, and it had every single tea you can ever imagine.
Julie here says she puts ice in her wine to make it last longer.
Yeah.
You do that too sometimes?
I do too sometimes.
Yeah.
I actually put pop in my wine. I know that sounds funny, but I like it. Someone was saying also, you know what? When you're talking about hydration, it's not just water, right? Hydration means other drinks, but be careful when you're drinking these other drinks. Make sure that you're being mindful about where you're using your points.
That's why we say
is high in points.
That's the thing, guys. That's why we say we don't drink our points. The only one we actually sacrifice is alcohol because you can't replace that aspect of what alcohol does.
There's no 0 point alcohol.
There's no 0 point version of that. But you can make a 0 point version orange juice if you have the tang. You can make a 0 point fruit juice or iced tea using all these other tools, or a 0 point pop. But you can't make a 0 point alcohol. So that's the only reason why we still drink that one. The rest of them, we don't have them anymore because we don't want to waste the points. We have a limited amount of points per day, and we prefer to eat. We prefer food.
Another little trick, and I know a lot of you already know, and Joe from Joe and Casey actually mentioned it, was the Premier Protein, using that in your coffee instead of milk because it's so much lower in points.
Or cashew milk, almond milk, they're a lot lower.
They're only 1 point per cup instead of 3 points for skim milk usually, right?
So it's a lot lower in point, and it works the same way, especially in recipes. Well, except if you need the fat in the milk, then there's a difference. But if you're just doing a regular recipe with just regular milk, then usually cashew milk and almond milk works really well.
But also think of hydration in other ways. Like, you're not only hydrating your body, but you hydrate your brain sometimes, right? And you have to hydrate your brain with good information and positivity, and make sure that your intake of that really comes into effect. I like how some of these words can be played around with. Like, you can look at the double entendre of these words sometimes, right? Hydrate yourselves with a good mental state, which is really important part of this journey as well.
Yeah. So I love seeing all the tips on there. So the topic today is hydration. So another thing that we wanted to talk about is also just skin care, hydration, in terms of, this journey is not all about just the internal, taking care of yourself internally. It's also taking care of yourself externally. So a lot of the foods where you eat on the WW program, all those healthy 0 point foods are the healthier range, and they do help with your body. You might notice as you start eating these foods, things start feeling better. For us, a lot of things started feeling better. For example, digestion. When we stopped eating a lot of the processed foods we used to eat and switched to the 0 point foods, or using ingredients that are whole and made it from scratch, our bodies started responding really well. We stopped having digestive issues, no more heartburn. Like, we haven't had heartburn in 2 years almost, and we used to have it daily. And so all these things, all these choices you make in terms of how you fill your body, what you do to take care of it, will help you go further. And water hydration is part of that entire formula. You need all these things together to create that perfect wellness that you can move forward into your life and be the healthiest person you can be.
That's 100%. So also think about hydrating not only the inside but the outside of your skin.
Yeah.
Making sure you're using moisturizers, making sure that you're using sunscreen when you go outside.
It's funny because a lot of people, it's funny, the other day I was kind of...
That's awesome, June. I'm glad to hear that your heartburn went away. Isn't that an amazing feeling?
It's the most amazing feeling not to feel that pain anymore.
To not wake up with that, or wake up in the middle of the night. I'll never forget the times I would wake up in the middle of the night and have to sit in bed for how long before my heartburn would go away.
Yeah, it was horrible. I remember nights lying there and you'd burp and you'd feel that burning feeling, and I couldn't even sleep because it was so uncomfortable.
And the worst part about it is we continue eating.
And we did it ourselves. We constantly did it and still did it over and over again all the time. Even sometimes days in a row. Like, we would eat profusely for days in a row and just constantly have heartburn.
Yes, Sue. Joe and Casey's video is on our page. It's also on their page.
Yes.
They have their own group now. Well, they have a group, not a page, but they have their own group as well. But you can also find it on our YouTube channel. And it's
also on our channel as well. Yeah. So I think that's it for today's topic.
I do. I think that is it. Unless anybody else has anything else they want to say about hydration that we might have missed, we love getting other people's concepts.
Or if any of you have tips to
what kind of tips do you guys have to get your water? We were watching, but sometimes it goes by so quickly.
So, like we said, drink your water. And we said water a lot of times now.
Hydration,
your water should be emptied by now. So make sure you have it.
I'm drinking root beer right now, and I like it.
Make sure that you keep on top of it and include it as part of your journey, but include everything as part of your journey. As you start going through all this time and learning, you'll realize some things along the way, some lessons you'll learn. And one of the lessons for us was definitely this, switching to 0 point drinking options, and water being number one.
Yeah. And another thing too, never give up on yourselves, okay guys? I think that's a huge lesson. I think what happens is, and this is something that I just thought of, because we helped my mom just plug in her TV.
She has TV again.
She has cable again. She got her box
Yay.
today, which was fantastic.
His mom is like, it's like MacGyver. She
She's
figures everything out. Like she's like,
She couldn't-
she's 80 years
well, it was
old, but
funny.
she figures it all
She
out.
sent me a message saying I'm having problems. No, she sent me a message and I didn't understand the message. It was written in French, and to me, I read it as, call me when you have a minute to help me plug it in. So I called, and then she's like, I told you not to call me. I'm like, well, Mom, I misunderstood you. I'm sorry. I thought she was okay. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I can't figure this out. And look at this. Just by me calling her, she reread the instructions to the paper she had in front of her. And I didn't even help her. She put the phone beside the couch. I could only see the blackness of the couch, and she plugged in all the things, and all of a sudden she's like, oh yeah, my TV's on, I can hear it again. So it was such a cool thing, and I looked at her and I told her, and I said, Mom, look at what you just did. You didn't really need my help. You just needed a moment of clarity.
A moment to think.
And a moment to step away and look back at something.
Yeah.
In order to realize that I knew what I was doing all along, I just needed to stop and reread something, or
Yeah.
I needed to stop and refocus.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like we don't know things, it's like we already know it, but
Yeah.
sometimes
So
we
it's
overwhelm ourselves
Yeah.
with
We
information.
get stressed, which is this week's
And we stress ourselves
Yeah.
out about
Yeah.
it.
And one of the things that we talked about yesterday at our workshop, but we'll kind of re-emphasize it again. The biggest lesson you need to learn from this journey is when you learn this lesson, it's the biggest eye-opener. It's not what you do every day. It's not what you do when you fall. It's not the fact that you have a bad day or you have a bad week. It's what you do after that bad day or that bad week. It's how you come back from that moment. That's the lesson you need to learn about this, because when we were going through the motions for 7 years of not succeeding on program, we would start and give up because we thought we were being bad. We thought, oh, we ate horrible for a week. Why keep going? Or our weights plateaued for this many weeks. Why are we continuing?
It's almost like this. If you keep saying, well, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought here. But if you have to stop harping on you being bad and start harping on how long it takes you to get back to being good.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So if you, and I hate using bad, but if you indulge one day and you go back the next day,
Well, if you
done
fall
with it.
off the wagon,
Yes.
like everyone says, you fell off the wagon and it's been 3 days, you know what? Just get back on. That motion of just getting back on is the thing you need to learn the most, because that's what makes you keep going. You can't have one bad day, one bad week. But if you can at one point and realize, you know what, today I could start. If you think that one day I could start, it doesn't have to be the full program. It could be I want to track today. That's the only thing. Or I'm going to have breakfast today. That's the only thing I'm doing. But at least start something and start small, and then slowly bring yourself out of it, because that's the trick to this. It's the trick to always come back. And then as time moves along, you start coming back quicker and quicker. Because we come back almost instantly now.
Yeah.
We did in the last few months. We would come back, but not fully. But we tend to come back a lot quicker now, because back in the day we would gain all our weight back and then restart all over again. This time we gained 15.
Exactly, and it's only by saying I'm only human, I can only do so much. I love the essential oil idea. Someone said they add essential oils to their water for flavor. That's a fantastic idea. That is completely amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Miss Mary Lee, asked if we were gonna make stuffed peppers.
I don't like peppers.
Nick hates peppers. So it would be very difficult. Well, I can manage to make a
We
stuffed
don't
pepper
film.
for one.
The thing is that we film recipes that we eat.
Yes.
So
if anybody has a stuffed pepper recipe,
they
post
wanna-
it on our page or in our group,
group.
and please share it for Miss Mary Lee.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah. That's why there's not much chocolate stuff either, guys. I don't like chocolate. I know, shocking. Everybody. Every time I say that, everybody gets shocked. I don't like chocolate, so that's why we don't do many desserts with chocolate, because then I can't eat.
Right. So and I like chocolate, but I'm more of a vanilla fan, anyways, when it comes to cake and
Stuffed
things like
tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes either.
that. See, I would totally do stuffed tomatoes too.
I could probably do stuffed tomatoes, I think.
Yeah, if I cored the tomato
I think
out,
I could.
you could totally do a stuffed
Because I
tomato.
do like tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's just, I'd have to try it.
Yeah, we could try it.
Yeah.
Who knows? That could be I can do a pepper and he can do a tomato.
We'll see. I don't think it's gonna happen. I won't lie. I'll probably talk him out of it.
Frankincense is
It's
amazing for your cream. Oh, cool. I did not know that, Crystal. That's good to know. I can't believe there's been there's 100 people still watching us on YouTube, and 50 almost, or 40 something. And oh, look at attention from Saba now.
Yeah, Saba's back.
Saba's back.
He's going to eat.
Thanks, you guys. Sorry you don't like peppers. He's a very picky eater.
I'm a very picky eater.
Does like peppers, does not like onions, mushrooms, tomatoes, ketchup, relish, mayonnaise, pickles, olives.
Anything pickled. Chocolate.
You know what? You just have to try. The thing is, Carol,
I have tried.
He has tried. I will give him this. He's completely willing to try certain things, but I'd rather him not eat something that's going to make him sick. Yes, baby, I know. Do you want attention? He wants attention, but then he walks away.
Yeah, he's a weird cat. So that was today's topic. So let's move on to. So we talked about it earlier, the tracking challenge, the WDA's tracking challenge this week. We are continuing it next week. So woo-hoo. If it helped any of you guys, comment below. Let us know how it helped you guys, because it helped us. You know, we tracked actually everything this week, even Saturday, which last weekend we did not. So we went back to fully tracking, and we're tracking today too. So
yes, but we're back to bulk tracking, people.
Yes. Then we're going to be back to
it
bulk
just
tracking.
works better in our life.
Yeah, we're too busy, and we're about efficiency.
And it just doesn't seem to make a difference for us. It really doesn't make that big of a difference because we know we know what points.
But we're adding an extra layer to the tracking challenge.
We are
asking you guys to share your trackers and your workout trackers. So either your Fitbit steps or your Fitbit activity, your Apple Watch rings. Anything you want to share in terms of activity, if you want to set yourself a goal and share that all week, that would be great, because I think we're going to share our rings as well.
Yes.
I'll create our own graphics this week, one for me, one for him.
Why?
Because you can have your activity in your tracker.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, now I realize we can't put all four in one. Sorry, I didn't mean to click my pen either.
And then last week...
Nicole, bulk tracking for us is what we say, okay, if we had like... I don't know, we had bacon for breakfast, we had a piece of toast, and we had jam, let's say. We would say, okay, the bacon is 2 points, the toast is 1 point, the jam is 3 points. Boom, that's 2, 3, 7 points. We put 7 points, breakfast, 7 points into our tracker.
So we use a quick ad. Yeah, we don't actually ever list out what we eat. We never have. We've always tracked in bulk because we don't like tracking. We'll be honest. We've been honest from the get-go. Tracking is one of the things that we are horrible at, and it's the first thing we stop doing when we have bad days or when we fall off, as everybody says. And so we do it by not itemizing the actual items. We just do it as a grouped entry, so that it's just quick for us. We don't have to think about it. It's just like, you go in, you put the full meal, you're done.
And so glad that you enjoyed the dance party, June, and that it put a smile on your face and it cheered you up. That's exactly what those are meant to do.
Yeah.
And Tanya, glad that you're into track, so now start moving. So that's where the whole tracking your posting your activity as well is really important.
So set yourselves a small activity goal.
Yeah, so put a number in that activity goal. I want to gain 20 activity points this week, or set 10 a day, or do something like that in the actual app to get yourself accountable for it.
Yeah, exactly. So last week also our video from Joe and Casey came out, their top 10 newbie tips. So if you've not seen that, it's on our channel. You can also join their Facebook group. Just look for Casey and Joe's journey, I think.
Yes.
It is, right? On Facebook, and you can join their group where they're going to
they have a bunch more videos. They said they had some ideas. I guess Casey was in the hot tub, and when she's in the hot tub, the ideas come a-flowing. So Joe was saying he doesn't know how he's going to keep up with her.
So watch out for that. Next week, we're working out every morning. We're planning to work out 7 a.m. every morning, so if you guys want to join us on Facebook.
And we're still doing Body Step. It's still become one of our favorite morning activities.
Yeah,
we
love it.
It's really had
a good impact on our physique.
Casey just had a total aha moment with the bulk tracking. Oh, that's cool, eh, Casey? And again, it might not work for everybody.
Yeah, it just works for us because we don't like tracking. So by doing it by bulk, it makes us do one entry and then we're done. It's done. So I literally go into the app at dinner time. I write dinner, 7, done. I don't have to go dinner, cabbage, this, that, and then list every ingredient independently or create a recipe. That doesn't work for us. We're more of a just get it done over with as fast as we can, and that's why we use bulk tracking.
Don, what don't you like? I do not like exercise stuff. What is there an issue that you don't like exercise stuff? Because one thing we try to tell people is don't say you don't like something unless you at least try it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be exercise.
And it doesn't
like
have
the
to
gym.
be exercise
It
like
could be
gym,
a walk.
just movement.
Could be a walk.
Movement. It's a really huge important part of this. But again, understandable if there's some limitations, that does create some difficulties sometimes. So maybe we can help you out with some tips if we understand what you mean by you don't like exercise stuff.
Yeah. And yes, we will still be doing the lunch walks as well. We're planning. So what we're trying
When
to
we're
do,
available.
when we're
the thing
available.
is.
So the lunch ones are a little iffy based on work. So we both work full time. So during the day, that's why we've not been doing any weekday workshops, because we work. It's very hard for us to. We have to keep our jobs. We have to be able to live. And so we do it as much as we can on our off time, but during the day it's a little harder for us. But we will try to do the walks at lunch as much as we can based on our availability during the day.
Thanks, Lisa. Glad you're enjoying the lunch walks. They keep us, you know what? It allows us to step away from our computers for a little
Kind
bit.
of forget
and
about
just
work
forget
for a bit.
about it.
Yeah. And also, we're planning to start working outside after work.
So, Don, what I'm going to suggest is go onto YouTube and start looking for different types of exercises. Look
Or activities.
activities. Go see what there is. Even check out, try to find out. Keep an eye out for a new video coming out actually as well, where we're going to be
We're
sending.
just going to talk about
Yeah,
that.
we're going to talk about that. I
Right
think
now.
that's a great segue about
Yeah,
that.
talk about it.
So we're actually going to be filming a video on different ways you can get activity
We're filming it
from
tomorrow
home, and
night.
we're filming that tomorrow night. We've reached out to a lot of people that follow us and asked them what they're using right now, and we're putting together a list so that people can see what they can do. So find things that work for you.
Yeah.
If it's like just sitting in a chair and standing up for 10 minutes, and I know that sounds silly, but that's activity and it is
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah.
It's imitating a squat.
Yeah.
So if you just sit and stand in a chair for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
there you go. You just
Yeah.
did some activity.
And what we're planning to do with this video is not only are we doing a video, I'm actually writing a full, like almost post article of all these different activities you can do, all the links for everything. So our website will have a full list of all the different activities you can get from that we'll talk about on that video that's coming out on Wednesday.
Yeah, so Dawn, I just don't want you to feel like, and I know it's when you don't like something to start, trust me, it is hard to create a habit, but once it comes into your life and you start realizing the changes, it really does help. And I'll be honest,
Water.
activity is a huge, huge part of this journey.
So next Saturday, I think.
I love a good stuffed mushroom. Again, Nick doesn't like mushrooms,
Yeah.
so I never make stuffed mushrooms.
So next
I can make
Saturday
some for me.
at 3 p.m. So we're gonna be visiting some workshops this week. So we're visiting on Monday Nepean Central, on Tuesday Longueuil. Actually, I think this has changed. Hold on.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's
On
right.
Monday we're visiting Nepean Central. On Tuesday we're visiting Pierrefonds. On Wednesday we're visiting Brassard, and on Thursday we're visiting Hamilton. And we are going. Our dates for next weekend are ready. They will be on our Facebook group tonight. So if you're in our group, look out for more dates and locations. We're gonna be posting them tonight. WGA's friends, fans, and family. If you want to see those pop up.
And then next Saturday, we will be live at 6 p.m. next
No,
Saturday.
that's first.
Oh yeah, we have our live show next Saturday at 3 p.m.
Our
live
workshop.
workshop,
And
and our guests. We are going to be speaking with our very 5 original workshop visits. The 5 people who we spoke to, and back in 2018, when we first started our channel, we had asked our fans at the time who would like us to come visit their workshop, and 5 people replied, and that was Lindy from Stitch and Lindy,
From Ajax.
That was Heather from Milton, Jennifer from Brampton, Jane from Brampton, and Sandy Smart from Vaughan. And so we went and visited all 5 of their workshops, and we are now inviting them back to have a chit chat with us, to thank them for creating the WW Gaze Tour, because that was the whole start.
That's how it all started.
If it wasn't for them wanting to meet us, none of you would have technically met us.
Yeah, so next Saturday at 3 p.m., all 5 of them, we will have them on Zoom. We will actually do a workshop with them, talk about their journey, our journey, everything together, how they've been going for the last year. It'll be a great catch up, and so I hope a lot of you guys know them from our groups, or you guys met them at your own workshops. So it'll be great for you guys to see people that are out there. We have so many ideas for these workshops. We have guests figured out all the way to May 23rd already.
Yes.
So we have tons of guests figured out. Some of you are in the chat right now. Some of the guests are in the chat right now. I
How-
see them commenting.
How cool is that? Jennifer Patton just got her Aqua Zumba license today. It was a whole day of training. Good
Oh,
for
wow.
you. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that chat tomorrow. We actually spoke with them a little bit today and just to...
Next week. You said tomorrow.
I mean next week.
Next Saturday.
Sorry, I apologize. Next
Yeah.
Saturday.
And then next Saturday at 6 p.m. it's our dinner party and dance.
Yes, so we will be doing a dinner party starting at 6. We're not sure how long the dinner will last because
Yes.
make sure you have dinner and dessert ready
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we like to have a dessert.
So at 6 p.m. next Saturday, we will log on to Zoom, we will log on to Facebook Live, and we will have dinner with you. And we plan on Zoom to unlock one person at a time to have discussions
Yeah.
with them. And you guys can ask us questions about anything you want, about our lives, about our journey. Anything's on the table, you guys can ask us. And so we'll be doing that on Zoom and Facebook Live. And once that's done, our dance party will start. Because we didn't want to do anything else. We thought the dance party would be the easiest thing to do after the dinner. So we'll do another the dance party 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, yeah. And then also, someone just asked, how do we get the body step? The body step classes are from the
Les Mills
app.
on, yes,
And we got it free 30-day trial through Reebok.ca, so the Canadian Reebok website. I'm not sure if it's still offering it or not. You can go check it out at
Yeah.
Reebok.ca.
Yeah.
And Les Mills are the same classes that are offered at Good Life Fitness here in Canada. So that's where we got that. We ordered our actual step online.
Yeah.
I have new steps coming because the steps we have are
Are
so
too
tiny.
narrow.
My feet are too
we
big.
almost twist our ankle often.
Yeah,
So
I
we-
hurt my foot last week a little bit. I mean, I'm still able to do it, but I hurt my foot and I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
And then we actually have our live chat again next Sunday, and next Sunday is going to be, our word is going to be
Words.
Words. We want to talk about words we use.
And how they affect your journey. So
Yes.
for those of you who've known us for a long time, you understand how we replace certain words. We don't use diet, we use journey. We don't use plateau, we use maintenance. So we're going to talk to you about why words are important on this journey.
And
why
it's not even those words anymore either. There's so many other words that we tend to use in our journey that we should not use.
Yeah.
Or we should try to find other ways of saying it.
So that's the word of the week next week. It's going to be
Words.
So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And some reminders, don't forget you join our Facebook group.
Your mom just sent a message. I missed it again. I thought it was at 8. It hasn't been at 8 for weeks, Mom.
And now she's my sister and my mom are talking. We can see the notifications.
Are they? They're
popping up.
chatting back and forth?
Yeah. So,
We even told her on the phone.
I know, we just called her like an hour ago. She already forgot. And I keep making her feel guilty because like, Mom, you don't even watch your own son on TV. How could you? Sad. And then she's like, well, you didn't call me on Saturday. And so she's like, we're even then.
Yes, the words just, only, bad. Those
Yes.
are words can't.
Slip up, cheated,
Can't.
bad. Yeah, all these things there's all these words that are just not essential. So we'll be talking about that
The
next
word
week.
journey is a huge part of this. Exactly. How you speak to yourself
It's
even.
the most important part. We can't stress that enough. That's the thing we learned the most this time is the whole mindset, how important
Yeah.
it is on this journey. It's insane how important it is. So, we will see you guys next week.
Cliché, c'est ça, José.
If you guys enjoyed this show, please hit the like button below. If you guys are logged in the chat, it's right below. It's a little blue thumb. Just hit the like to make sure that people... And if you guys enjoyed it, please share it with your workshops or friends. It really helps us out. You can share it from Facebook or from YouTube. It's you guys. We don't. We're not promoting ourselves. We don't actually promote ourselves unless we post on Facebook. And so you guys sharing is how we promote ourselves actually. So
Love that, Nicole. Nicole says her coach always says to replace the word try with will. I
Yeah.
will do this. It's not I'm going to try to do this. I will do this.
yeah. Yeah.
88 here. There was 90 at one point. There was 103, and then there's still 40 on YouTube.
Yeah,
so that's
so there's a lot of
phenomenal.
people
It's
tonight,
fantastic.
so it's amazing to have all of you
Yeah,
watching us.
How dare you, Shannon, get the number wrong? How dare you? I'm never forgiving you. Love ya.
You can also find our recipes at www.gaze.com/recipes. So all 72 recipes we've released are on that website, all written out with instructions and points for the blue program for most of them. But Shannon Beaton is working on getting all the rest of the points. Then I have to work at editing it all.
Oh, look at this. Everyone donate tonight to food banks for COVID-19. Yes, thank you, Susan, for sharing that. That's a great. Are you saying donate through
Through WW
Good? Is that what you're referring to? I believe that's what you're referring to.
So
And
yeah.
thanks, Shannon, for typing the recipes.
Well,
That's awesome.
she's
We're
can type the recipe.
Yes.
Shannon is all
repointing
repointing
them
all of them,
onto green.
which is another big task to
Huge
do.
task.
Yeah, so she's actually going through all recipes.
Oh, it's on
and
TV.
and figure out the points for all of them.
So Susan was saying that there's a fundraiser on TV, so there must be some type of marathon or something like that.
We don't have cable. That's
we
why we
don't, so
usually
we're
know.
unaware of that.
You can also send us an email at www.gays@gmail.com.
And you know what, Shannon? I am so pleased that you posted the Primavera the other night and how
Carbonara?
the Carbonara the other night and how you said that it's inspired you to get back in the kitchen. So I'm glad that we were able to bring that cooking aspect back to your life, because that's a huge part of this. Did you like it? I think the OMG was.
We made it again. It was delicious.
yes.
And Jean-Luc made a quick chili
Oh my goodness!
tonight.
I made a quick chili tonight.
A quick chili, and we will be definitely doing that recipe in the
I've never
future.
thought I could make a chili that quickly, and
It
I
was
mean
delicious.
it was basically ground beef,
Ground turkey.
ground turkey, and then butter. Oh, Rosie's butter chicken. Yes. How was it? Did you like it?
I think she said earlier she did love it. Love the butter chicken with the chewing green. No, that's what Lynn said.
Yay.
Yeah.
So today it was insane. I did ground turkey, and then I put some quinoa on it. I had my tomato sauce. I grabbed an envelope of chili seasoning and just added it in and mixed it together, and it was
We put
so.
cheese on it. It was five.
It was so yummy. It
points
was
for
5 points.
Yeah, entirely for the entire dish. Plus we had a corn on the cob with it. Of course,
Yeah.
corn.
Corn, hydrate, corn.
And don't forget you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok. And hopefully you guys have a great week. We will see
Oh,
some
we're
of
way
you.
above time.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing you guys at. What do you mean above time?
Well, we haven't stopped talking.
Yeah, no. What do you mean we're way above time?
Well, it's almost 8 o'clock. I
Yeah.
can't believe it's almost 8 o'clock.
That's what happens when you have a lot of tough stuff to talk about.
Yay, I'm glad you like the quinoa and the Instapot, Renee.
Yeah,
We love it now.
Yeah,
it's
all,
so
we
easy.
switched to cooking it that way
Yeah.
now.
I'm actually, it's quick.
Yeah, it's quick and easy. Did I miss anything?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. So again, please hit the like button below, share the video, tell your friends about us, tell your other W members about us, and maybe we'll be visiting a workshop near you soon.
We will.
And see you guys next week.
See you next week, or see you in the morning.
See you in the morning, actually.
See ya on a step, half asleep. Mwah.
Mwah. Want me to stop it now?
Sure.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, Lisa.
Actually, we can keep them on for a bit while they say goodbye.
Yeah.
We'll just, you know.
I gotta run to the washroom.
Here, put this in the recycling bin while you're going.
That's the recycling bin.
Guys, have a good night.